Welcome to the Dr. Sal Adoni Show. Fans of Dr. Sal Adoni call him the great genius, a figure that Nostradamus wrote about. His theories in math and astrophysics are used by government agencies. His theory E has proven Newton and Einstein are wrong. His prime algorithm is used by the NSA. His planetary distance formula is used by NASA to find new planets. His EOE theory is used by the USGS in earthquake prediction modeling. He founded 2 different think tanks, including Helix Q, the artificial intelligence think tank. Dr. Adoni is the founder of the cryptocurrency ADMITS. Dr. Adoni is also the founder of the One Media Network. One Media produces dozens of podcast shows for the iPodcast network.
This is Dr. Saul Adoni. Welcome to another segment of the Dr. Saul Adoni Show. You can find more segments at sauladoni.com and ipodcast.org. Sauladoni.com is SOLADONI.com.
This is Dr. Saul Adoni, that's SOLADONI. I'm also known as Solog. You can go to my site, solog.com, that's SOLLOG. My most recent article is about the massive UFO disclosure that the government brought about Memorial Day 2019. If you haven't heard it, all the major media has been running an article about how the U.S. military is admitting UFOs are real. No shit, people. I've been saying this for 25 years. I've written books on it. I've produced films on it. And finally, the military saying, yes, our pilots see UFOs all the time. They're unexplainable. Whether or not they're from Earth, the advanced race that's hiding in hollow Earth, or North Pole or South Pole, or in the oceans, or if they're ETs from another planet, they're not saying. But the little lights and the ships and the crafts that everyone's been seeing around the world is absolutely real, according to the U.S. military. Now, if you go to my site, sauladoni.com, that's SOLADONI.com, you can see my lead article. It's about how the U.S. military admits UFOs are real. You click on that article, and this video will be on this page after it's made. We'll see I discuss the various books and movies I've written, and then there's disclosure links, like to the New York Times article. So you can see here the New York Times clearly talking about military pilots are admitting UFOs are real. Washington Post, CBS News, Fox News. Even the Rolling Stone talking about it's the apocalypse. Pilots are admitting UFOs are real. So people, if you want to start reading what the mainstream media is blowing smoke up your ass now about, that those in the UFO community have known for decades, you see the New York Times disclosing what pilots they're speaking to, and they have even a little video showing an unexplained craft, and the pilots are basically laughing at it, like how fast it's moving, nothing they have can do these type of things, etc., etc. Washington Post, UFOs exist, and everyone needs to adjust to that fact. So all of a sudden, the mainstream media, which is a tool of all the governments of the world, is telling people, look, people, these lights in the skies are real. The average human is so brain dead they haven't even realized that this disclosure has been made. CBS News, U.S. Navy pilots reportedly spotted UFOs over East Coast. New York Magazine, another article right here. Navy pilots seeing UFOs on a daily basis. Fox News, former U.S. defense official. We know UFOs are real. So people, disclosure has been made. The U.S. military is saying it's real. Now, for years, people like myself who write books and make movies about UFOs have been using stuff like this at the CIA site. So this is CIA.gov. They're one of their famous releases about UFOs. Bunch of blurry pictures from the 50s and 60s pointing to UFOs. What a joke. That's their disclosure. But the CIA library does have hundreds of releases. You can go to their site, their library about UFOs, and you can see all the articles the CIA has released over the years under the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. So people, there's information that's there. It's heavily censored. But the big disclosure was Memorial Day 2019. May 27th, 2019, people, the military threw up their hands and said, yeah, we see these things daily and we don't know what they are. Well, let's go back to my site. And you can see I've been writing about these phenomena for years. Here's one of my books, first book I did on it, called UFOs the Proof. Click that link, and if you want to read that book, here's the book, UFOs the Proof. It's been around for decades, people. It was the basis for the film Real UFOs by my film company. So, UFOs the Proof. I went through the whole history of mankind from cave paintings and ancient art and Middle Ages art showing UFOs have been recorded by humans all over the planet for 30,000 years, people. This phenomenon has been going on. So they've been around, and now the mainstream media has been allowed to do an interview with the military, and they're saying, yes, UFOs are real. I've been telling you that for years. Now here's an interesting book you can read, My Encounter with a Gray Alien. So Gray Aliens, My Encounter. This book I explained way back in 1995. Yes, I had a direct encounter with gray aliens. I even explained a surgery they did on one of my eyes, which they used to communicate with me, where I could go around and walk into a bookstore, and my eye they operated on would flash like a little white light. It'd lead me to a specific book, to a specific page, and then I'd read the information that the Greys wanted me to read. And it's why I've written over 100 books. It's why I've rewritten Laws of Physics. Okay? So, I was a contactee. I had surgery on my eye. I don't have the effect anymore, but as a young man, when I first started my career disclosing this information, I was clearly led by gray aliens. I've also been led to believe the Greys aren't from another planet. They're from our distant past, and they were part of Atlantis. They were created to guard the Atlanteans. I wrote a series of books about the chronicles of the Atlanteans called Atlantis. So you can go read. That book is considered a fiction series, but it's basically based on my astral projections that I use when I meditate about what went on this planet. So here's my site about Atlantis, the chronicles of the Atlanteans. And in that book it explains how the Greys were created to basically protect the Atlanteans. Going back to my site here, if you want to watch the movies I've done, first movie I did decades ago, Real UFOs, based on my book, UFOs the Proof. So you can watch this movie, Real UFOs, on Adoni Films, one of my companies. Or you can watch Roswell the Proof, a film I produced for Adoni Films based on D.E. Alexander's book, Roswell the Proof. So here's some free films, people. Go there and you can see what I've been saying about what now the military and U.S. government is admitting is real. UFOs are phenomena They don't know if they're from Earth or ETs or whatever. I'm telling you, people, these grays are from Earth. They're connected to Atlantis, and that's my take on it. So this is the article you can read. It's got the disclosure links. You can read what major media is reporting. But this is considered, in the future, the beginning of disclosure for UFOs. Now, will Lord-ass Trump be questioned this week about UFOs while he's watching fat sumo boys wrestle in Japan? When he gets back from Japan and golfing, will the media dare to question him? Hey, Navy pilots are saying UFOs are real. Is this why Donald Trump started the space military, the Space Force? I mean, the technology's out there, people. They're buzzing our skies. They've been buzzing our skies for years. And I believe it's all connected to what's going on in the near future with an asteroid strike. You can go to asteroid.mobi, my site, and it explains what I feel is coming in the very near future, shortly after 2022. A major impact's going to happen. So maybe the Greys are trying to help some of humanity survive this asteroid strike. These are interesting times, people. The disclosure wasn't as big as it could have been, but you have U.S. pilots now, U.S. Navy pilots admitting almost daily they were seeing UFOs that they can't explain, especially when they moved over to the new type of radar that can see in different spectrums of light. That's when they started picking up these crafts compared to old radar. So our technology is now clearly spotting these things, and they're maneuvering at speeds and in directions that normal military craft can't move in. So they're defying the law of physics, as the Navy pilots in the articles put it. So people, disclosure happened. Congratulations, you now know. UFOs are real, and if you're a moron and you want to go around and say to people they're not real, I hope someone kicks your ass. Just like the morons that say we didn't go to the moon. Some moron said that to Buzz Aldrin, and he knocked the guy out for harassing him. He went to the moon. So people, go to my site, look at my movies. They're up online for free. Read my books. UFOs are real. They've been here a long time. And I'm telling you, my interpretation is they've been here a long time. They were created by what we call Atlanteans. And, they were to monitor the primitives on the planet. That's modern humans. So that's why they're here. They're a hybrid being, a collective hive mentality, a biological body connected to a computer. So they're half computer, half biological mass. That's what I was given the impression as to what they are. This was Dr. Saul Adoni, a.k.a. Salag. Go to my site, sauladoni.com or salag.com, and you can read what I write about various things that are going on in the world. Thanks for listening and watching, and have a great day.
To listen to more podcasts from Dr. Saul Adoni, you can visit sauladoni.com or ipodcast.org.